handle the estate. Watch this. Since 1933, when a child is born in a state under inferior Roman law, 3 sister QV trusts were created upon certain presumptions, specifically designed to deny the child forever any rights of real property, any rights as a free person, and any rights to be known as man and woman rather than a creature or animal by claiming and possessing their soul and spirit. You will hear when I just read this, sir. Somebody go give President True with this. And the rest of them. Seeing? Since 1933. Now in 1933 was when they removed the money from America. Seeing? Take a gold and silver and gave us dollars. This also happened in other places. Jamaica now spend pound and pence and turn dollars. Seeing? Meaning all of them under trust. Now because the Bank of England and the Crown went into bankruptcy to the Rothschild, they had to sell estates. Seeing? You wouldn't believe who was some of the estates. Some of these estates were called cattle. You know who them call cattle? They read and see the creature or animal. So if they take away your right to be known as man or woman, you are then a creature or an animal. You see this? Jesus of Nazareth. Since 1933, upon a new child being born, not birth, born, the executors or administrators of the higher estate willingly and knowingly convey the beneficial entitlements of the child as beneficiary into the first sister QV trust in the form of a registry number by registering the name, thereby also creating the corporate person and denying the child any rights as an owner of real property. See, so no matter what you think you own, you don't own nothing. You hold it because this says so, and this was written before we born. See, so since 1933, nobody now own nothing. Look on your title and see if you see owner. A tenant, you go and sip on your title. Or you think you buy a house and own. You don't own nothing. And we just calm down. 2050. Since 1933, when a child is born, the executors and or administrators of the higher estate knowingly and willingly claim the baby as chattel to the estate. You know, I know what chattel is. We just come up here as a chattel is not man or woman. Look it up. It's an animal. They calling us animals. Hallelujah to God. The slave baby contract is then created by honoring the ancient tradition of either having the ink impression of the feet of the baby onto the live birth record or a drop of its blood, as well as tricking, true word, the parents to signing the baby away through the deceitful legal meanings of the live birth record. Remember, living people are not born, they are not birthed, they are born. This live birth record, as a promissory note, is converted into a slave bond sold to the private reserve bank of the estate, and they conveyed it into a second and separate sister QV trust per child owned by the bank. So the bank owned the hallelujah. Upon the promissory note reaching maturity and the bank being unable to seize the slave child, a maritime lien is lawfully issued to salvage the lost property and itself monetized as currency issued in series against the sister QV trust. So it's like them insure you when you're born,